Brilliant, I'm live. So, the title is Trying Out Fish Shell Again. But I'm gonna do an epic gamer move and first do one little thing in VOD, and once I get at least some viewers, that's probably when I'm gonna transition into actually trying out the fish shell. So, what I want to do is, well, let me actually show this off more clearly. Let's rename this to VOD and change the color to this one. Let's go to VOD and let's open it in VS Code. Oh, I have an unpushed change. Once it loads, I'm going to explain what I want to change. Where is eat? Eat should be in, yeah, it should be in here. Come on now. So eat. This method reads a file, then does math on it, then writes a file. What I want to do instead is make it take a count and eat however many times. So we multiply it by count, and essentially here we go. And now in eater, we actually need to specify the count, but it doesn't give us an error for some reason. Check eat. Yes, now it does. Perfect. So it should eat. Yeah, instead of a loop, we just specify, okay, dates def. If 0 or less, then we do nothing, but if 1, then days def. Yeah, that's much simpler now. So now, depending on the amount of days that have passed since our last call of this command, of this program overall, it will eat that many days of times. So if 2 days have passed and I run the program after not running it for 2 days, it will pass 2 here. So it will eat 6 at once, instead of reading the file, doing math on it, writing the file, and doing that again. So if I had 100 days passed, it would have to do 100 reads and writes, which is just ridiculous. So this is a small thing that I think is now better. Fix eating, writing to the file multiple times when, no, something simpler. Eat takes count of how many days to eat for. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. And that's actually all that I wanted to do. Let's git push, and then probably just close this tab of the terminal because I don't need it. Cool. Well, that was easy. So eat overload takes times as param to eat multiple times without reading and writing. That's exactly it. Greater ML, I realize I don't really care. Revert order in FZF for searching for files and directories. So, let's search for FZF. We have dpic and so on. Let's get FZF and help in a less window. Let's look at what it even has. We have algorithm, case insensitive match, smart key. Case sensitive match. Wait, plus I? That is devious. I have never seen that in any Linux program. Literal, do not normalize Latin script letters before matching. No sort, do not sort the result. Reverse the order of the input. Okay, so I think I want to use tac. So dpic and fpic. So I want to use it here. I'm gonna explain why I think I do in just a second. So imagine I'm looking for some file to open a new vim. In this folder, I type, no, there should be a better way to explain this. Oh, let's say I want to move to a directory, so I open my search for directories, and I'm like, well then, what if I'm like, what else do I have? Short tracker. I'm surprised, and I didn't even, but it basically, what was happening before is it specified this before this. So I wonder how I made that the case. Maybe for files. I guess it works now correctly. Let's check out if it's like, how come I had an issue and now it's just gone? That is so confusing. I guess that's not an issue that I need to fix. That is surprising. Rewrite. I guess we're straight to fish now. So I am pretty sure that average view duration still counts me watching my own stream, which I don't think should be counted, right? Like, obviously I have this window open now. Maybe there is a way to not have to have it open, which I just don't know yet. Is this stream like actually unlisted? Let me actually try to look for it on my YouTube, because maybe it works in a way where you can't see it right now, which will be hilarious. Like, imagine, okay, I go to my channel. No, wait, no, yes, actually it is unlisted. That's so stupid. It's meant to be public right now, and when it's a VOD, then, yeah, when it's a VOD, then it should be unlisted. Okay, yeah, now I'm publicly live. And the funny thing is, you could see the stream in the playlist with stream VODs. There you could see it, but the stream didn't appear on my channel, or I imagine recommendations. I wouldn't say I wasted 8 minutes doing nothing, but not really. I did my thing, and I think that for some reason, when I'm streaming, I have an easier time doing things, which I expected to go the opposite way. So let's Google for fish shell GitHub and try out the fish shell. It says it's user-friendly, and so my experience with fish shell, I fully expected that I'm going to like it, but I actually had a terrible experience with it. So now I'm coming back to it to try to like it, because as far as I understand, it is indeed a better shell. It's written a bit in Rust, which is a good thing. JavaScript? What is this stack? C++, okay, Rust, shell, obviously, Python, okay, JavaScript? Like, could you expect that? Hello! So, Fish, the friendly interactive shell. Fish is a smart and user-friendly command line shell. It's true that it's user-friendly and smart and like easy to use, but if you want to configure some stuff, it ends up being like surprisingly difficult, because you can't search for shit compared to Z shell, where you can Google anything and you will get a result, With fish, you're left to fish for yourself. But now I have ChatGPT, so maybe that will help. Perhaps, not sure yet. So, quick start. Fish generally works like, yeah, unlike other shells. Okay. Help. Oh, just typing help. That's useful. Using installer. Packages for Linux. Okay, I guess just sudo apt-get install fish, and it just installs the shell, in theory. The cool thing about Linux is that to get into that shell, I just type in fish, and I'm in fish, and then I can easily go back to Z shell to actually do something until I fully like configure fish to work in the way that I want it to work. Type help for instructions on how to use fish. Okay, I actually like the theme that it starts out with. The fact that it's very chill. I don't actually need the nickname because I don't have any servers that I use, so that's useless. I like the, what is it called? The branch name being here. I want this path to be a full path, and this should be a two-lined shell prompt. Now, how fast is it? Immediately, fish loses. Let's go to Z shell and see how fast my prompt is. It's fucking immediate. Sure, the branch and all that loads up for some time more, but maybe I'm too rough. Like, I'm not too rough. It is worse because this what is it, like prompt is literally just printed to std out, more or less, while this has some weird magic with power level 10k. Well, okay, maybe it's still like good enough because the colorings are immediate, and that is a positive that's maybe worth it, and I'll definitely give it like a fair try. Okay, so Windows, fish can be installed naturally. Sure, switching to fish, I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm only going to do it once I configure it like completely, which may take multiple streams actually. Dependencies, I don't care about building from source. I don't even understand why people do it. Like, why? You can just install it. Why are you building from source? Do you not trust the packages or something? I don't get it. Or is it because it's more lightweight? But then you have to update yourself instead of relying on your package manager to do it for you. Isn't that kind of crazy? Okay, well, the README doesn't specify any like configuration stuff, which is, like, to be fair, makes sense. Oh, why is this a file? Wait, that's oh my god, oh my god. Like, for some reason I expected a man page. Probably makes more sense to have a website, I agree, but like, ugh. This is documentation for fish. Blah blah blah. This is like the both the bad thing and the good thing about fish. True. However, if you look at this, It's just kind of lackluster, especially comparing with my like cool prompt on Z shell. And also I hate this blue color. It looks very ugly in my opinion. Further reading, installation start, installation, executing bash, the default shell. That's later, uninstalling, shebang, configuration files. Configuration files. When fish is started, it reads and runs its configuration files. Where these are depends. The main file is .config fish config.fish. Okay, so let's create it. So first of all, let's go back to Z shell so I can do it like more easily. Let's create the directory, make dir p to create all the necessary directories if so needed. And now let's go to .files. Maybe I've heard that fish is faster, so maybe my FZF, like this entire thing, will be faster than here on Z shell. That's very much possible. So the fact that the prompt is slow maybe is won over by all the other stuff of fish. But yeah, we'll see. I want to give this like a fair try with all the strong manning that I might need to do, which might be a lot. So the file is called config.fish, and I actually used to have it, but I want to rebuild it completely. So config.fish, and let's create a link, a symbolic one. So on Windows, it's symlink first, target second. I don't remember what is, like, I'm lying, I don't remember. Target, link, so target first. Okay, link, symbolic, target is this config fish, and the symlink will be that. File exists. Well, in that case, fucking remove the file. I didn't ask you to do that. Okay. So let's go to config.fish, and now I can do something like echo hi, and when I restart fish, while redirecting file, too many. What do you mean? It's a single symbolic link. Too many levels of symbolic links. It's one symbolic link. It reloads very fast. Z shell is a bit slower, but not to a point where it matters at all. Well, let's remove this again, and instead of -s, just link. And just like, we'll see what happens. Invalid cross-device link. What if I specify the full path? Menti C programming. Yes. Why does tab delete the entire fucking thing? Makes no sense to me. So mnt C programming. Then .files config.fish. And let's try out making it symbolic once again. Okay, let's go to fish. Ooh. Yeah, it said hi. Brilliant. So if I specify the full path, it actually worked. This makes me scared that, oh my god, do I always have to specify the full path? Wasn't it obvious to where I meant? God damn. Okay, we made the config file. Configuration files are evaluated in this order. Don't care. Sourced after the snippets. This so user can copy snippets and override some of their behavior. Fair enough. I like to keep my dot files in a single file so you can share them more easily, so I'm gonna chill out about that for now. These files are all executed. I don't even understand what does if the shell is interactive mean. Oh, if you're running a script, it's not interactive. Interesting. Examples. If you want to add a directory to your path variable, okay. Frequently asked questions. Yeah, sure. What is the equivalence to this thing? Okay. How do I set or clear an environment variable? Set command. X to okay. You can set an environment variable for just one command using the key value sum command, like in other shells. Okay. The two lines below behave identically. Key equals value, echo key. Begin. Interesting that it has a begin and end thing. I would like rather it not have that. How do I check whether a variable is defined? Q. Well, so far I don't really care about variables. So let's skip after that. How do I set my prompt? That's a good question. How do I run a command every login? -rc. Okay. The prompt is the output of the fish prompt function. Put it here. Do I have to put it there? I hope not. Let's try this out. Boop boop. Okay, so fish prompt. Do I have fish? I mean, fair enough. That's as good as it gets. I could install an extension, fish shell. Yeah. Not sure if it's worth it, really. Why is this the most, like, popular one if it has less downloads? Which one has the... That's just shell syntax, so it seems to be fish VS Code, fish syntax highlighting. This has 78. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Okay. So now you should be using fish. Cool, it's now beautiful. So, fish prompt. Let's try this. And it changed. That's good. So, fish color CVD. Fish color CVD. Set color normal. Interesting. So -n. What is this variable? Current working directory. Okay, I guess we'll get to that once we do. You can also use to preview and choose from a gallery of sample prompts. Oh wow. Oh, hold up. Fish config. Yes, this. Browse. I think it used to not work for me before. Huh. That's cool. So current fish default. Do we have, I sure hope that's not all of them. Prompt. I can even pick a prompt. Oh, that's cool. Holy shit, it took my thing. It took my thing. I don't like the Unicode symbols though. I want it to be ANSI. Default 1 being what exactly? I also hate the colors. Oh, I can pick the colors as well here. That's cool. So, do we have like, customize. Can I specify? There should be 256 colors here. Okay, so background color, fish. Really? It can't. Why? That's cringe. It's also good in a way. This is an auto suggestion. Okay. Wait, what was it by default? Let's say this color. Demo only. So, I don't like that blue. Prompt. Let's look at the prompt. It uses different colors regardless. You know what? I might just take the most complicated one and then change it to be what I actually want it to be. Makes sense to me. So what's the most complicated one? This seems quite complicated. So this, for example, right? Yeah. Simple, scale, simple Pythonista, minimalist, not to that extent, informative, VCS. Yes, I do want to do that, but I don't like the fact that it uses a Unicode symbol. Well, okay, we can pick that. Sure, I'll pick this for now. Let's pick the colors. So it uses the green from back there. Now, current terlar. I want to use a different green. It doesn't even show me which one it's currently using. And gonna change the background. Yeah. Well, it's not showing me where it is, and it doesn't let me know the color codes. I would rather do both of those things like myself. Functions, interesting. Oh god damn. Fish has a lot of stuff. variables. Huh. Wow. So are you telling me that I can just configure all of this here on this page? It even has history. That's crazy. Bindings. Can I change them here? Huh. That's so cool. Abbreviations. But it will probably put them in some random ass file when I want to have them all in my own thing. So while this is pretty good, I want to do this myself. What? Why do you print all of that? I didn't ask you to do that. Lol. That's ridiculous. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take in ChatGPT to help me out with this thing and ask it a bunch of questions so I can configure it in the way that I want specifically. So GPT fish shell. What am I going to start out with? So yes, this. Let's copy this. What is the value of an fish shell and how can I change it? Can I use color codes in the 256 system? Multiple questions at once. So I want to current working directory. Yeah, I want to change that to pink, the one that I have here. So going back to fish, yes, I want that to be pink. Pink. Fuck, why am I talking so badly? I also want to add VCS. I want to remove the greeting. It's unnecessary. So, fish color current working directory is a variable in the fish shell that controls the color of the current working directory. Fair enough. Shown in the prompt. To change its value, you can set it with set capital U. Desired, yeah. Using the pattern BG color code, for example, 81 or BG. Oh, so it's like I don't have to. Okay. So let's add this, and I will have the Z shell config on my other side. Wait, no, not Z shell, P10K. Pink. I want to set that to this color. And let's try this out. And it's a completely different color. That is unfortunate. What is BG? 24. Huh. The color that I want is 218 in power level 10K. How do I convert it to a color in fish shell? Because it's not the same. It's some like weird blue color. And by the way, I hate blue. It's one of my least liked colors actually. You know why? Because I've been made to wear blue all my entire life to like masculinize me, when in reality I was a girl all along. and that didn't feel good. So now I hate blue. This is a lie. Now the color. In power level 10k to 18 is pink. In fish, it's a dark blue. Is there a conversion I can use? Maybe there's some logic in the difference, so I don't have to check out the colors one after another after another. Hello! Oh, that's such a fucking sad song. It's so sad. I remember it. So yeah, hi John. I'm configuring the fish shell. And it's better than it was in the past, I feel like. Okay, it's still loading, I guess. Wow. So, have a look. It's right now like very unfinished, but I think it's a bit faster than it was before. Let's try out Z shell. It still feels a bit faster though. Well, we'll see, we'll see. So currently, I am trying to make this thing also pink, like it is in my Z shell. But the color codes are different, so I'm trying to figure that out. True! Like, way too good, I think. Most of Russian media overall is either sad or depressing. If you ever watched some, like, TV show, Russian TV show, it's usually depressing. Even when it's supposed to be, like, happy and go-lucky, it's still depressing. Like, there's this show called Univers, which shows, like, it's a sitcom about university students, and it's still so, like, depressing. It seems there might be a mismatch in color codes. Yeah. X terms. You can use trial and... I mean, I know, I would hope to not. Ooh. Find the pink color that matches your preference. Note down it's yeah, okay. So let's paste it here, and actually fish shell greeting function. So fish greeting, that's simple, huh? So function fish greeting not greeting, greeting. Fish greeting. And we will put this code here. So let's try this out, I guess. What? Variables cannot be bracketed. In fish, please use. Oh. Okay. Sure. Oh. What is this even supposed to do? For I in sequence of this. Let me actually just give it the error. So it fixes it itself. Interesting that it still set my prompt to the one that I selected there. But I do want to change it like completely because, like, no. It's too much and too little at the same time. Yeah, they are. The levels of nostalgia. Yeah, I guess, like, it's a very sad experience, but it is unique, to be fair. fish greeting. Okay, did it load? I hope it just works. So gr, or rather, to that thing, 5 down. Let's try this again. Now it works. So it was 218 and it still is? What? Oh, maybe. Well, hold up. It's not what I wanted to do. Let's just yeah, do this and then fish, and it still did shit all. Interesting. Fish color CWD. Why doesn't it work? I don't get it. It should in theory. Set color of this variable. Maybe set color of this will work better. No, it doesn't. Because the color code is correct. Well, what is it? What if it's just wrong? 219 will be an even pinker pink. Nothing seems to change. What if I change it by like a lot? No, I think it did change. By even more. Yeah, it does change. So it's just... that's so annoying. God damn, that is so annoying. Well, what if it's 1? Does it follow those standards? Oh. No, it does not. But I think it's the 15th. So plus 14 and we get there. Okay, so what is evaluate 218 plus 14? 232. 232. Maybe it will work like that. And also unknown color. God damn. It's there. It's actually there, but it's very hardly visible. 232. So 232 is correctly black. Almost correctly black. My mistake. I guess we're only left to... Oh, I'm so used to typing in Z shell to figure that out. So I'm trying to find the connection between colors and numbers. You know what? I have another like childhood trauma. I hate uha. It's such a bad soup. It's soup for when you're so poor. Okay, gonna tell a story. I was in a like summer camp once, and we went on like an adventure towards a different town, and it took like hello. So going to that town took like a good 2, maybe even 3 hours. So by the time we got there, and by the way, we were going through sand. To add to that, we were incredibly hungry, and finally we got to that place, and hell yeah, we're finally going to eat. And they gave fucking uha. Uha, for those that don't know, is soup, but only by definition. It's water with some fish bones, and that's literally it. And you're supposed to somehow get full out of that. How do you increment to that quickly? Oh, that's a built-in NeoVim or Vim thing. You can press, actually, let me toggle this. You can press Control A to increment it and Control X to decrement it. That's built in there. So it doesn't know the color of 1, which is interesting. Unknown color 1. How? How can it possibly not know that? Well, I've never actually used shell. Doesn't know, okay. Does it know 15? Not Z shell, fish. But it should know 16. What? Or 17. Now I'm just confused. Like, what color does it know? Yeah. So, that was terrible. I got offended. Like, I walked all this fucking kilometers here, and I get uha. Terrible. What kind of colors does it know? Fish. Huh. Run the script. Yeah. Doesn't work though. Okay, fish colors. Fish shell colors. Maybe I can just pick like that. Set color. Huh. Oh. Hold up. Does it use hex? Set color is used to control the color and styling of text in the terminal. Value describes that styling. Value can be reserved. RGB value given as 3. So you're telling me I can just provide a hex? That's so much better. That is so much better. And I did not expect that. Wait, so what you're telling me is I can just use my own tool to get, no, not this, to get the color. How the fuck do I do that? I forgot. I think this. No, it does this. I have so much shit, and not that. How do I, oh, like this. Cool. I got that color, and now I can just jar inside Word, and in theory, nothing works. Let's go. Oh, because 0. I don't think it needs the 0. So D2L. Oh my god! Okay, it's already officially better than PowerShell 10K. Wait, what? Power level 10K. Have you seen that? You can just provide a thing. It's true. Maybe like you've had better uha, but I have a difficult time imagining a good uha. I always just remember it was nice. Fish broth and a good amount of salt. Yeah. I know, right? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. It's now pink. And basically, the reason why it's extra cool for Z shell, or more specifically power level 10K, what you're supposed to use is the random like colors in the 255 scheme. So let me show off what I mean by that by going to Z shell. This is a built-in thing for power level 10K. So you only have these colors to choose from. But in Fish, you can just specify the hex value of the color code, which is so much better. So much better. Wow, okay. So far, like, kinda liking Fish, which is great. Fuck yeah. So all I have to do is just click like on my Z shell. So let's go there, and then to fish, and now I just have to like copy and paste everything, and that's it. Wow, that's cool. So fish color. Oh, and I can specify my own variables, like nobody is stopping me, right? Like, yeah, fish color symbol. That's cool. That's so cool. Set dash capital U and just do the same thing. Okay, comments. They're probably just this. Yeah. Pink. So far, configuration is better than it was the first time, like, I did this entire thing. Yeah. And it makes sense to be that. It's, like, surprising. It's so good. With that, you can just go on some website. Yeah, like this, I think. Like website that lets you pick your colors and select there and just export as hex instead of some weird number. I love this already. So let's go to fish again. Now I want to move that prompt to the next line. So yeah, boop. Does it work like I think it does? No. Can I do this? How does that work? Well, oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's awful. But sure enough, like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, okay. How do I fucking specify a new line? Oh, like this maybe, right? Yeah, but this should actually end with a space. So far, it's easier to configure than PowerShell, like much easier, which I did not expect. Okay, fuck yeah. That's cool. That is cool. So, what's the next thing? I want to bring in the time in my prompt. Okay, let's ask another question. I want my fish shell prompt to include the current time in this format. 20, I don't know, 24, sure, this. So how do I do that? It's probably some, like, logic. Oh, right, I can do fart sounds with my hands. And I find that hilarious. I actually learned that from watching PewDiePie. If it continues on like this and doesn't have some, like, big trade-off, I might actually switch to fish, which is good because fish is a better shell, but the last time I used it, it was, like, limited by some things. To display the current time, you can customize, yes, funk save lol. The beginning, okay, printf date. Well, first of all, let me try this out as this. So it's that simple. I guess like this. let's figure this out. Okay, and then dash n here. No. Ooh, hold up. So I can ys until the end of the line, b, delete inside line, and then just put it here. What is it in, so it does have a space in there. We can now remove this, and that should work. Great, perfect, amazing. Hold up. Maybe like this. I would be surprised, pleasantly surprised. Oh my god. So it even has concatenation. In Z shell, you would have to put this in the string. Wow. 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 I think I want to do it like, no, I think this is more readable. So now I have that, which is really cool. So let's actually dash n this and echo once again dash n. But before I do this, I move this here and set color. So far, like, the configuration is way better. Like, way better. I'm gonna go, but have fun. I will, absolutely. Lol. Yeah, it's a very useful skill because I can impress people with the stupidest shit. Okay, but you have fun too. Okay, so fish. I'm gonna continue the like naming scheme of fish color date, and just add this here, set dash capital U fish color date. And you know what I do? I just open my Z shell, fucking copy this color, and that's like all I need to do. Oh, like this, go to 0, 2x, fish. Like, it's that easy! It's that easy! It was not nearly as easy to do in PowerShell, because first, not fucking PowerShell, in Power Level 10K. Like, that was, I could even say, a challenge. Okay, what else do we have? I want to have the name of the current branch. I want to have, oh yeah, I should specify that this is purple, just so I know. Or rather, let's do it this way. Colors I use, and then let's go 70 GM. Yank inside this. $3, by the way, if you didn't know, that's something that you can do. 2 dov. And replace with this. And then we have purple. Hold up. 3 down. Seek for this, capital D. Replace with this. Oh, and just capital yank, and that's it. And then I go to this, yank, and then boop boop boop. God damn, I'm so good at Vim. Okay, so now I will have a section that specifies all the colors that I'm currently using. Okay, like, this is surprisingly good. What the fuck? But let's try out. Is it faster? I don't think it's faster. It's the same speed, pretty much. Hold up. Oh my god. Now fish is faster than Z shell. That's a new thing. I was able to, oh no, I typed it in Z shell. So even the syntax coloring is like fast. Okay, this is fucking exciting. Oh my god. So now what I want to do, right, I want to have the name of the current get branch in my shell prompt. Then the amount of, then the number of staged changes, then the number of what is this? Modified files, then the number of unstaged of new files. I think that's simpler, even if it's less technical. Okay. Really? Huh. Yeah, it sometimes breaks. Sometimes you just open the shell and it's like exited with thing 1. And you're like, what? Why? And it's usually the Windows fault, not Linux's fault. So, yeah, that should be it. So, what do we have here? Forgot one thing. Then the number of commits I haven't pushed, then all of that. If you have better ideas, implement them as well. But what I asked for is the minimum. It's gonna take some time, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be able to have the thing that I have here, but I think faster. I think just faster. So the fact that it literally prints to std out is not that big of a deal, surprisingly. And at first I was like kind of on this thing, but this oh, it took so long. Hold on. Yeah, that's so long. And it didn't even understand what I meant. Oh, because it's .NET. How useful is this then? I don't know about that. I think I'll just make it the full path as usual. So first of all, people who are watching my videos or streams can immediately understand where I am. And so I can just select this to go there instead of relying on actually typing it in, which is already worse and something that I don't do. Is it done? Yeah. Fish shell. Would you look at that? Wow. Huh. That's cool. Okay, so far I'll just add them. Your prompt should now display the current Git branch, number of commits ahead, stage changes, modify files, new files. Yeah, and the coolest thing is about this is that I can like modify it even more to be more specifically what I want. That's cool. That is cool. That is straight up just cool. That is just straight up cool. Lol. Lamau. Expected a numeric value. First of all, I want to dt this. So this is just the branch. Hold up. Add the following lines within the fish prompt. Okay. Because right now it's like incredibly long. dt percent sign get ahead. dt this staged. That's gonna be a plus. Then modified. And dt is going to be with this. So let's fish. That's how it does that. Plus main, what? What? And also, echo prompt pwd. It should use -n, and this should be here. Oh, I can specify this. Oh, easy. Get branch. Oh, so it just makes local variables, so it's more readable. Fair enough. Okay. So we can just use echo instead if I want to, and nobody will like kill me for it, because I would rather. So this will be contained in an echo. So first of all, get branch, then get head, a head, get staged, then get modified, then get untracked, I guess. Lol. Main, expected a numeric value. Invalid conversion specification. Expected a numeric value. This should have a space after it. So fish. So I'm just gonna feed this error to ChatGPT. And I like this more regardless with echo instead. And when we will do that, so %sign B. What is that? Like, I wonder. Untracked, staged, ahead. Like, what is it doing here? I don't get it. Still loading. So, what is it now? This should be 0 by default. And this should be also, like, if there's nothing here, it shouldn't even appear. That's what I want ideally. same thing about this, and it shouldn't display main, it should display the amount of stage changes, and same about this. Yeah. Maybe Docker is messing with my WSL. Huh. Maybe it can, who knows. I've actually never used Docker, just haven't got a reason to. There stems from using the incorrect format codes. Built-in fish get prompt. Setting options. Oh. Sure. Formatting the get prompt with the desired information. Okay, I'll just trust it. This is the colors, and I guess here is going to be this. Lol and lamau. It's like, sure. Formatting the get prompt with the desired information. Get prompt, but I do not want it to immediately like do everything, but I guess that I can actually configure later once I figure out how this works. So echo this, I'll just comment this out. Come on, like, what are you doing? This is a tab. Oh. Why did it even begin to indent with spaces when I very obviously use tabs? Use tabs, please. Use tabs. God damn it. Let's replace every 4 spaces with a tab character. Is it correct? It's correct now, as it should be. Cool. So now it just prints the entire prompt, so I guess let's go. Huh. Would you look at that? Doesn't even work. That's hilarious. What is even -s? Like, I'm on dot files. This has, like, at least a branch. Okay, let's actually just search for fish get prompt. I think I'm going to have better luck learning it in a better way. So fish get prompt. Get options can be set on a per repository. Oh wow. Get options can be set with a get config. Really? Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Boolean options. Those two enable. Understand one. Yes, true to mean true, and every other value to mean false. Fair enough. So you need to use a string. That's kind of whack, to be fair. So fish get prompt show dirty state. Show upstream. Okay. So fish get prompt show informative status, or the get option show informative status can be set to 1, true or yes to enable informative display, which will show a large amount of information, the number of dirty files, unpushed, unpulled commits, and more. in large repositories, this can take a lot of time, so you may wish to disable it in these repositories. So it changes the characters in the prompt to use less plain ones. Don't! Oh, okay. So let's set this variable, set g to yes, informative characters. And I'll delete all of those and actually get the thing that I need. Okay, so fish get prompt use informative characters because counting untracked files requires a lot of time. Show untracked files. Yes, I do want you to do that. So set-g yes. Get prompt show dirty state has uncommitted changes. Yes, I do want that. Set-g yes. Get prompt show untracked files. Isn't that the same thing? Show untracked files. Yeah. Lol. You just specified it. Okay. Show upstream can be set to a list of values to determine how changes between head and upstream are shown. Auto. Summarize the difference between head and its upstream. Okay. Verbose. Name. If verbose, then also show the upstream abbreviation name. Informative. Shows nothing when equal. This is the default if informative status is enabled, which I have. Okay. Always compare to head. Disables. Okay. Fish get prompt. So just calling it, I guess, returns the string. I'll delete all of this for now. So we have the prompt. Now fish get prompt, right? Fish get prompt. Let's try this out. Okay. However, it misunderstood me. Oh, I see. So let's actually echo -n and then a space. That's funny, but yeah, makes sense. Let's wrap it. Fish. That's more or less what I expect. But this actually shouldn't be -n. Fish. But no longer a space. Why is there still a space? What? It shouldn't be there. Don't tell me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fish get prompt. Why does it return a space? It's really not supposed to. That is weird. That is just straight up weird. Okay. Well, okay. I'll get to it. Show upstream. Show stash state. Yeah, I do want that. I want all of my get information in my prompt. So this set-g to yes. I don't know why I picked yes. I'm more used to true, but I guess sure, let's use yes. Fish get prompt shortened branch length can be set to a number of characters that the branch name will be shortened to. I don't really care so far. The current head. Oh, that's what tags are. Interesting. Newer tag or branch. If none of these apply, I might come back to it. Show color hints. True or yes to enable coloring for the branch name inside a symbol. Okay, let's set that to yes and see what colors it uses. Okay, it uses some colors. I would rather it not use Unicode symbols though. And I would also rather not put a space before. What if, that's a stupid idea, I know, but what if that? I'm almost glad it doesn't work, because it would be stupid. Okay, what if I print F? How does it work? I think yeah. Okay, %sign S. No, I don't get it. Well, what if I just do this? Nothing changes. How do I remove that space? What if... Can I do this? No. So I thought. Okay, I'll come back to it. Surely there must be a way. Oh, and regardless, I'm not even doing the correct thing. Hello? Because it is supposed to be on that line. Yeah. How did I not see that? Still, it's weird that it puts a space, like, by itself. I did not ask to do that. Okay. Show upstream, describe style, color hints, a number of variables set characters and color used as indicators. Ooh, with informative. The usual default is the given first, and then the informative default. The default. How many times did they use the word default? They start sounding like my videos. Fish get prompt character state separator, the character to be used between the state characters. Okay, so here. And I imagine I can also remove those, because I would rather just have spaces, and that's it. Oh, it's like it's all in the docs. You can just read them and just change them instead of fucking around googling like Stack Overflow. Like, this is better. Yeah, so far it's better. I hope I'm not gonna cry once I enable Vim mode. Let's actually fish shell Vim mode. I'm gonna enable it. And why, hold up, why is, yeah, here, Vim mode. I'm gonna enable it immediately so I can understand whether I should cry immediately Or wait until I cry. Oh, come on. Vim. Yes. Shared bindings. How do I enable it? Fish. Function. Fish. Hybrid. Copy and paste. A searchable history. Can be bound. Like bash. Yeah. Fish vi key bindings. Fish vi here we go. Oh, and now it automatically added a thing. But that's technically all I need. Okay, so that is something that I can do. Is it really? Wow, it's 0,0,0,0 right now. That's crazy. Okay, so I don't necessarily need to cry. Fish vi key bindings. Fish vi key bindings. Well, first of all, let's delete this and type in fish. Yeah, it still uses vi mode, so I don't necessarily need to keep it in my thing to keep it like a bit faster. Okay, wow, fish is actually a good shell now. Since when? I wish Misha was also here. He was actually waiting for this stream. And now I'm streaming when he's busy. That's like unfortunate. But I doubt that this is going to take one stream. Probably not, considering how much I like configuring. But so far, it's going really well. Like, fuck yeah. However, if you look at my Z shell config and how fucking long it is, 453 lines. I mean, sure, remaking all of my functions, goddamn, well, that is, yeah, that's a lot. And also all of my abbreviations. I have so many. Like, look for those forget. And by the way, I took the idea of abbreviations from Fish. Fish has them built in, no weird magic that I'm using currently. Cool, right? Okay, so Vim is a thing. I'll come back to it to configure it, I guess. So I don't actually, this. How do I set it? Oh, the same way. Set capital G. What does set capital G mean? Because I think it does it globally, meaning I don't need to keep it in my config, but obviously I want to make it easier to share. This I don't like about like global settings that are remembered somewhere, because, well, like, how do I share? Oh, I see. So it's essentially export. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. So state separator will just be a space. Fish. And it is indeed a space. Why was it so much more difficult to configure fish when I was trying it out the last time? Right now it's like Bliss. Prompt color. No default. Get prompt color. Huh. I wonder what it means by that. Color prefix. Oh, the color. Can I remove that? The color to use. Oh, huh. Get prompt color. So let's try this out. Oh no, this, and then the color is AF, and please continue. Does that work how I think it does? No. It changes the color of those things. Prompt color. Weird. Changes those. The color of the color to use for a bare repository. It shouldn't be anything. The color when merge. In informative mode. The character to be used when nothing else applies. Clean state. Stage state. God damn, so many things. How do I remove the brackets around it? Because I don't actually want them. I think they're unnecessary. Ooh, actually. I want to like echo. Does that work how I think it does? I mean, yeah. Oh, it takes a long time now. Now I'm pretty sure it's slower than Z shell. Yeah, yeah, so it's when you add stuff like colors, the get status, all that. Then it becomes, that's unfortunate, very unfortunate. But maybe I'll be able to deal with that. Jesus, that is so long. And I don't find any reason to not use the get thing because it's so useful. Branch, no default. The color of the branch if it just has something staged and is otherwise clean. A simple prompt that displays get info. Fish get prompt show upstream auto. This is a lot of stuff. However, I don't like ChatGPT gave me some special stuff that only takes parts of this like prompt, and I do want to take them apart. However, I don't know how to do that. Oh, there was with well, these are also two underscores. Like, how do I remove a prefix, for example? Fish get prompt char upstream prefix. Oh. So, can I set that to nothing? And what will happen? Set-g. I want that to be nothing, so fish. And nothing changed, I'm pretty sure. Huh. I guess it means a different thing then. Like, I can't remove them? That's pretty annoying, isn't it? Like, why do you decide for me that I want to have those brackets? I find them annoying. Like, they don't improve visibility, or readability rather. But it's like incredibly slow now. But if I remove it and fish, it's immediate. Now, my biggest question is, why does that matter on fish, but not really on Z-shell? Sure, the colors don't load immediately, but they load. Still, like, way faster than fish. Either there's some magic setting in fish that's like, oh, make everything faster, or there's just no reason to use fish. It's literally slower, but it is fun to configure, so maybe I'll just continue on to, like, for fun. So this, yeah. It also, like, there's a lot of things that I can configure, but it seems like some of them I just straight up can't, which is surprising. Really? I don't know, like, for some reason that doesn't bother me that much, because fish just takes longer overall, and I find this like miles worse, because on Z-shell I can like immediately start typing in without caring for those colors to appear if I don't care about them. But on fish, oh, I guess I can as well. But still, waiting for my prompt to appear is annoying. And I would rather not have to do that. Like, why did it take so long? Maybe if I don't use the built-in thing and just build my own, it will be faster somehow. Maybe. So, it gave me some things. Yes, this. Fish get prompt, and you can pass an argument to it. Yeah, you can pass arguments to it. How do I do that? I'm not sure how to search for that even. Fish get prompt. Did it use, yes, it used this. So can I like fish get prompt help? Okay. Strange, lol. Use informative characters. What if I remove this? Okay. But is it faster? No. Show untracked files. Show dirty state, show stash state. Color hints. What if I do all of this and it's just that? Fish get prompt help. Oh, so when you pass the thing, it's the thing that surrounds it. Hold up. It gave me a way to autocomplete this, but how? Oh, just like that. Oh, that's cool then. So, I don't know, like M. What happens if I pass M? Yeah. Okay, what happens if I pass S? Nothing. Sure, I'll just try out every single letter. Branch. Staged. R. What else does it have? Oh, by the way, is it faster? No, it's not. Okay, what if it's because of Vim mode? Who knows? Maybe that's the case. Fish default key bindings. So let's run this. I mean, yeah, kinda. But how much faster? There's barely any difference. So it's because of the get prompt that I'm doing there. Oh, fish. Yeah, now it's immediate. But still, you can see the cursor blinking at this space. Maybe I'm just like complaining. Yeah, fair enough. Z Shell also has that issue. But it feels like kind of whack, bro. Instead of using fish get prompt, I'm gonna make my own. That's my thought. Because the one made by fish is way too long. Like, it takes so much time. And you could argue that, oh, you just have too many things in your shell prompt. Well, the Z shell can like support it. Why can't fish? Like, am I missing something? Yeah, so no. Okay, R. It had other stuff. Okay. In quotes. So B for branch. Was it actually? Yeah, it was percent sign. Let's go here. What does R do? Nothing. So B for branch. So we start with branch, then what am I looking at? Oh, the wrong window again. Commits ahead. Let's type in A. Oh, percent sign A. What is that supposed to be? 0x0 p plus 0. I remember Misha, who does use the fish shell, I remember him saying, oh, I don't use the gets like integration into the shell because I think it doesn't apply there. And maybe that's why fish is very fast for him, because for me it just straight up isn't. It just isn't. Um, hmm. So, you know what? I will... Like, at this point, I'm quite confused as to how do I configure this thing. Huh. Like, because it's way too slow. I did it the way that it's supposed to be done. Maybe it's because I'm using echo instead of printf. Does that matter? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Sure. So printf. Yeah, let's change. Oh, no, not like that. Let's change everything to printf. Maybe it's just way faster. First of all, does this even work? No. Unknown option. How do I use printf? Well, same speed so far. After prompt, we have printf. What is it called? Forgot immediately. Fish get prompt. Fish get prompt. Let's try again. Like, it's just faster. Set G fish lazy load completions. Okay, I'm gonna try that out. Okay. I think I understand what you mean by that. Yeah, maybe that's the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Huh. Thank you. Set dash G. Oh, it already had. To boop. True. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. No. That wasn't the issue. Yeah, it's just way too slow, and I don't even have my full config yet. I'm like halfway, if even. And it's just so slow. Like, how can I seriously give this give this shell a chance if it's already slow with me using the default things that I'm supposed to be using? Like, how? If it's already slow, there is no reason for me to use it. Like, I mean, sure, you have like fucking syntax highlighting. I don't particularly care. Better tabs. I have my own stuff. Oh. This may change some stuff. Huh. Okay, I might reconsider, because this is good enough to maybe warrant actually using it. God damn, that's very good. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is fish ignore. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore the get status thing for now. Like, sure, I'll just do GS. Oh, I don't have that thing set up yet. Well, I'm going to. So far, I'm gonna ignore it because, oh my god, get stash, and it like explains the things. That's the thing, and that is very good. Ls, what does it? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I can this and then and it just explains them. I can even search L context. Wow. Context. I mean, that's cool. That is very cool. Not sure if it's worth it. Probably is though, right? But I would need to just remove the get prompt because it's so slow that it's not worth it. Unless there's some thing that I missed that makes it work correctly, which, sure. How this context was not like set up 5 minutes before the shell is made boggles my mind. Oh yeah, like the fact that other shells don't have that and fish does. Crazy. Because it is very useful, I think. Lol. Vi mode commands. Yeah. I want to change the thing in the prompt. Fish mode prompt. When a binding switches the mode, Jesus, that sounds complicated. Fish Y cursor. Use change the cursor's shape. Bikini mode in supported terminals. Following. To manually configure cursors after Okay, I'm just gonna copy all of this and see if that works. It shouldn't, and the part of the reason why I didn't stick with with fish the last time I tried using it is because this wasn't working, and now it does. Wow, good work on fish. It does now. That's cool. This used to not work. Okay, so I can just remove or rather move. Yeah, I think I'm better off just asking ChatGPT all of this because finding it in the docs is freaking me out. GPT fish shell 2. Okay, I enabled Vim mode in fish shell. It added this to my shell prompt. How do I remove it or move it? Like, how are clients so unfriendly? They are. You have to consistently use the help thing until you remember it, like memorize it. Now, to be fair, I have, and I don't particularly mind going to the help menu. I don't particularly mind my shell being unfriendly, but the get menu is pretty important to me, to be fair. Like, it's pretty damn important. So maybe what I should be using is something like dash, which I heard like is a very fast shell. To remove or move, function fish mode prompt. Oh, so you just like disable it. Fish mode prompt. Huh? Okay, I'm just gonna paste it to see it better here. Why is this like selected? What I hate is that it doesn't, like, how do I change this to tabs? I guess by doing this, and then, like, it's so annoying. And then let's go here. Yeah. Case default. Why does it use 2? Oh. Such a fucking drag. Wait, really? It has the comment below the code. Not above it, below. That is so stupid. Okay, case default, fish, customize your prompt for insert mode. Again. Oh, so by default it's insert, fair enough. Fish bind mode, visual. Replace one. And what actually happens here? Okay. Fill in your custom prompts in the Okay. Fish. Still, like, it's pretty visibly repainting the thing. When on Z shell. Okay, no, I'm just freaking out. Not the case. It's the same thing on Z shell. So, fish vi mode. Let's Google this. Fish vi mode. Yeah. Jesus Christ. So it's not a thing anymore. Use fish vi key bindings instead. Okay, what about this one? Fish mode prompt. Define the appearance of the mode indicator. Oh, I see. Function outputs the mode indicator for use in vi mode. The default fish mode prompt. The current vi editor mode displayed to the left of the regular. I didn't ask you to the left. To customize the appearance of the mode indicator. fish bind mode can be used to determine. It'll be on default insert replace one or visual to find an empty. Will be executed when the vi mode changes. So fish mode prompt is the thing that executes when you change the vim mode. If it produces any output, it is displayed and used. If it does not, the other prompt function will be executed as well in case they contain a mode display. So if it doesn't output anything, if it produces any output, it is displayed and used. If it does not, the other... Oh, okay. I think I understood it fucking finally. Like, to be fair, doing this entire thing, it requires a lot of reading with, like, actually thinking of whatever you're doing. And also, what is the difference between printf and echo? I don't get it. If only there was someone to explain all of that to me. I guess, yeah, the docs. Get good, I guess. Fair enough. I say that all the time to other people. I should, yeah, I should be real to myself. So function fish mode prompt, switch fish bind mode, so the current one. Okay, so let's just copy it for now. So gr down, and now this is such a drag. Like, why can't I just use fucking formatted? Sure. No, you fucking didn't. Oh well. Gonna do it eventually. I'm too used to, like, auto formatters because this is a drag. And usually, like, I just format my code myself. But in this situation, obviously, not really. Yeah. I could be, actually, I'm doing it somewhat suboptimally. Yeah. Should have been doing it in visual mode. Okay. So all of these will set a variable that I will just name myself. So set global variable. So yeah, which is going to be just my own variable. Set global variable, I just know that now. Fish prompt. Okay, fish prompt vim symbol. Do I need to specify anything? So by default, it is this. So the default is normal. What? It shouldn't be. Don't set colors at all. Oh, oh no, actually. No, let me show this off. You can do this and then G set delete. I love Vim. What is case this? So we have replace one, insert, and default. What is this? I guess we'll do nothing. I really like the way you treat Windows like Linux, by which I mean customizing everything. Yeah, because switching to Linux still requires like more effort, and the reason why I'm still on Windows is because I use AutoHotkey, and my like project has 150 files. I would have to rebuild the entire functionality that I have already built myself, and that would take a lot of time, but I think I am going to eventually. So yeah, by using AutoHotkey and different other tools, Windows can be workable. Let's call it that. And then set color normal. I don't want it to change the color or do anything. I just want it to set a variable. So set fish, yeah, this thing. And now it understands where to go. I don't know how this shit works. Set this symbol to, so by default, it is indeed this. If insert, oh no, then this. What is default anyway? Default is insert mode as well, right? So let's and replace it with so set and just the previous line. By the way, to do what I just did, you press Ctrl X and then Ctrl L. It will autocomplete a line, and then you can continue pressing continue pressing Ctrl X, Ctrl L to go through other lines, or something like that. The more you know. Replace one, set, let's change it to something like R, just for now. Like, I'll figure it out later. Set something like V. It doesn't matter so far. Fish, yeah, that entire thing. So it, instead of printf this, I will printf fish prompt symbol. Yeah, prompt vim symbol. So does it work like I think it does? No. Maybe the default is normal mode. Yeah, that's yeah, that's the case. Okay, let's change it to this. Fish. Oh my god! That's cool! Okay. Okay, what the fuck? This is cool. And now replace one. I mean, it's goofy. So I'm going to change that. So, wow, okay. So at least this thing is working. The get prompt is just way too slow. Now I'll need to debate Misha or someone else who uses the fish shell on this. Maybe there's like a solution, because for now it's just bad, like so much worse than power level 10k. But the other things seem to be working so far. I'm giving fish a lot of like chances here. Like, I want to like this shell, but so far it's not winning the court case, let's say that. And for visual, what character do I want to use? Ooh, actually, this will be this. And for visual, I think I won't even be using visual mode, to be fair. I do it a bit differently on Z Shell. When I press V, instead of going to visual mode, I just open the current command in a new Vim editor. And I want to set that up as well on Fish. So what about the placeholder, essentially? This maybe. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's do it this way then. These are the only ones that I'm going to be using often, so it doesn't matter for now. But it's so cool that I fixed the cursors that used to not work. You know what? I can just comment these out and make it do nothing. Yeah, because I don't actually care. I'm not going to be using visual mode, but so far it's actually something that I do want to have a separate thing for. Let's put it at that. Okay, so I have that going for me. Brilliant. I do want to say that overall, like, it is easier. Fish. So it starts out. I don't have to. What if I do it this way? Perfect. So far, the speed is the same. And now I can, let's change this to printf. Oh, printf, a new line. So there is space in between. Ooh, how the fuck do I do transient prompt? On Z Shell, okay, let's do a couple of commands like ls and git status. Oh, right. Git status. So on Z Shell, the prompt automatically removed itself once this command is a previous command. There's so much stuff that Fish, I don't even know how supports and whether. There's at least one thing already that Fish sure supports, but very badly, because it makes the shell prompt very, very slow. And like, okay, but on the upside you can do, what's the command? Well, let's try this out. Let's type in .net.exe. Cool that it actually corrects this. Like, oh, actually you should know that it needs the exe. What can I do? And it doesn't display. Okay, .NET.exe new. Okay, maybe it's because it's on Windows. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. And also it now just created this, which is not something that it's supposed to do. Okay, what about, say, ffmpeg? Like no, that's not what I, not file. ffmpeg, like -i, like sure, cool, it shows them. where's dash? But it doesn't just show dash I by itself. All right. ffmpeg. What about? What can I use for testing? Like something like .NET, but something that is installed on my Linux machine instead. So .NET. Okay, well, get re reset current head to the specified state. Like, okay, is it faster? Get stack. It takes like a good thing, like a good second to load. So my approach with abbreviations, let's go to Z shell, where the status, and it's already there, is still much faster. But sure. Now you can actually, what starts with sta? I forgot, which wouldn't happen for me, like, I'm gonna be honest. And cool, it displays the names, but yeah, this is a default command. What about find? Like, here I would want to see all the, I can search. That is cool. That's cool. I also have my own tool for this. I mean, yeah, but the pipes never made sense to begin with. I'm not sure what to say there. So, like, once again, the experience that I'm having with fish is, sure, it's good, but it's worse than I already have. So the get thing, sure, it does it way slower. Okay, I remove it to, like, okay, it's not worth it, but at least it has other things that it can, that are, like, better. Like the explanation thing. Like, ooh, cool, it can find the file, and I can just search, right? I mean, that's cool, but if we go to Z shell, I use find, I have this thing already. Hold up. This is quite a lot more. So hold up. So fish, find. It doesn't even display all of the files. Okay, what if I just use tab? Yeah, still the same case. That's so funny. But it does when you type in dot. Why would I want that? Why would I want that? Okay, what if we go to the top? What do we have here? Okay, what if I want, what do I, like, find? Fair enough, it gives you directories. But what if I want to find a file? What if I, okay, grep something, like, I don't know, like, hello, and where do I want to grep it? In this file. And it doesn't display the file, so I first have to type in the directory. When in Z shell I grep once again hello, but then I want to specify the file, so this file is somewhere like in all of these directories. So the files of all of these directories, it's in one of them. I want to pick that file. I just straight up can. Like, for example, here. Like, I cannot find a reason to use fish over Z shell. Like, I'm sorry. That's actually interesting. So far, they almost look the same. Misha, come here. Immediately. Really? Badly. What keyboard layout do you use? QWERTY, like the default. Nothing special. Yeah. Like, I can't find a reason to use fish over Z shell. Okay, sure, let's reiterate what I have here that I don't have in Z shell. I can specify colors in a more manageable way. I mean, fair enough, but I already have all of my colors somewhere here. Like, I already have them. I've made it, so it doesn't matter that much because I don't need to redo it. And if I do, it's still a reasonably doable thing. So, a slight advantage to fish. Okay. Yeah. If Misha actually can come right now, I'm gonna make him convince me. Because so far, like... Okay, let's actually come to it. Let's try to argue for fish. Because I want to like this shell, but it's not giving me good reasons to do that. True. And ChatGPT, act as a Linux shell. And then just execute all of your commands there. Yeah, like, I know, right? If it was, like, if it wasn't slow when it used the git shell, then sure, like, that's already enough. But that's such an important thing to me that if I discard it, I need to have something very good to, like, win me over. Because right now I need to remove what Z shell can handle to get what exactly. Like touch, maybe I want to search for a file, like doesn't give me files, give me directories. I mean, sure. Like, this is useful for someone that doesn't have this thing, and I do. And it's a fuzzy search throughout all of the files on here. I don't need to specify the directory myself. Like, maybe like you can argue that it's not that fast. Okay, well, let's try this out in the way that I would usually use it. So vim and then clean input box, and by the time I type in, it's already there. And yeah. So the fish shtick. Build a fish shell that is 5 times faster. That would be hilarious. Like, imagine if it actually worked. That would be crazy. Yeah. So it can do the tab thing for you, which I guess cool. And then the files off. I mean, yeah, like I could get used to using that once again if I didn't already have a tool better than this. So this is useless. Then git and what can I do? That took a long time, but sure. maybe it has a right to take a long time because, well, don't you remember? This is very useful. You can look at all of the things that you can do, and it explains it in a like easy format. I mean, yeah, but essentially, what's the use of this? The use is, I think, you don't know what a command does, so you look at it. Show what revision and author last modified each line of a file. I mean, okay, blame I already know. Let's imagine I don't know what checkout means. What does it do? It check out and switch to a breath. You didn't explain what checkout means! So it failed at the task of explaining to me what a command does. Like, I imagine I use this thing to, is there a command for something that I'm trying to do right now? And I won't really be able to use this information, so I'm still left to help into lesson to actually get useful information. Or is that the same thing here? Maybe there is. Like, that's the same thing. Oh, that's funny. Get, the help of get doesn't even show all of them. Okay, fair enough. That's a win for fish, but how often? Okay, so man get, I guess. And now I can actually view everything, get commands, so get add, yeah, and I can view them here. So yeah, to be fair, on fish, this is better because you can more quickly see the things, go through them, get a more or less understanding. Interesting, huh? Yeah. Cool. But how useful is that on get? So okay, what if reset and now I want lol. So what I expected is to like explain reset for me, or maybe reset the index and the work. Okay, so now that's actually useful. It explains the tags of it. The default, reset the index but not the working tree. That's the default. Reset the index and the working tree. Reset head without touching the index or the working tree. Like, okay, that's useful. But I already know this. And when I learn a new command, what I do is either ask ChatGPT or Google it or read the docs. Something like this won't be enough for me. Hello, Misha. Please, like make an argument for why fish is worth it. Wait, but why can't you use whatever you use in Z shell for that fun? Yeah, what I'm trying to say, like, yeah, obviously I can also use that in fish. Basically, what I'm trying to find is what does fish have that Z shell doesn't have? Like, basically, why is fish in theory better than Z shell? Because right now it has a clear disadvantage, a very big one. The fact that the get status thing makes the shell prompt slower, much slower. So that pretty much means that I can't use it. And with such a big disadvantage, what other advantages does fish have? So I was trying to show that out. So the supposed advantage of, oh cool, you can like search for. So this is not an advantage to me because I have a tool for that. So fish doesn't win because of that. And I'm basically trying to find the advantages of fish that would overrule the disadvantage that it already has. That disadvantage being the get status being super slow. And so far, it doesn't have enough advantages to override that very important thing. If you want plugins for fish, I don't think I really use plugins for Z Shell. Power level 10k is technically a theme rather than a plugin. But yeah, I have heard of Oh My Fish. Yeah. The use case is if you know what you want to do but forget the command for it. Huh. I guess. Using get status makes your prompt slow? Yeah. Well, not get status. Where was it? Like, I already deleted it. Basically, I was using something like print f fish gets prompt or whatever it is, and it made the prompt incredibly slower. So I think it's fish get prompt. Okay, let's do it like this, and let's restart fish. No, not it. What is it? It's in here. Fish get prompt. I guess it was in the docs. Fish prompt. Fish get prompt. Yeah, fish get prompt. Wait. So it is that. Huh? Why doesn't it? Oh, because it's not. Right. Let's go to dot files. Yeah. Jesus, it's so slow. Okay, maybe it's not. Let's try this out. That is fucking slow. That is just slow. So, see how slow it is? Let's compare it to Z Shell. It's immediate comparatively. Yeah, sure, the colors take some time, but even that time is smaller. Like, right? Yeah, even that time is smaller than just this appearing. And I haven't even configured it yet. And it's already slower. What will happen if I have my entire prompt? Because this is just the get thing being there. But I also want to have the amount of background jobs, the error code, the time it took to execute the last command. How slow will it be then? Incredibly, probably, while Z Shell handles all of that in, like, very fastly. It's a command, just run it. If I run it, it prints a space, but okay, sure. df this fish get prompt. Fish. And now fish. Didn't really change stuff, but I think it's faster. Well, still slower, of course. Okay. Do not call a prompt function from a prompt function. What? You're misunderstanding how prompts work. Well, hold up. What? How do I put it there then? How do I put it where I want? You should just open fish and run, and it will. you should just open fish and run fish get prompt, and it will from then on use that function as a prompt. I don't understand you. Like, the get prompt is a part of the overall prompt. How do I put it in the correct place? I don't get it. So maybe like you pick wherever, you make fish prompt be a function that does nothing, and then you pick fish get prompt and you configure it there, maybe. But then this thing won't work for fish prompt because it's not doing fish prompt, it's doing fish get prompt. Then I don't understand. What the fuck? Like, how do I put the fish prompt in the correct place? That I don't understand. Fair enough, okay. Unless I'm like misunderstanding it so badly that it slows down the thing, which could be the case. Like, unless that's the case, I don't see myself moving to fish. Okay, I'll say it like that. It's a good shell if you haven't had Z shell before. Yeah. Because I've already like fucked around with the G shell, and yeah, it works well. It works fast. It does everything that I want it to. Fish is just slower. That's like the end of this discussion. Huh. How do I put it there? Like, how do I put this there if not calling the command? And yes, okay, I hope, because this is just embarrassing for the fish shell. You're also redefining your prompt every time you start the shell. Well, what I want to do is to have all of my configs in a config file, so I don't have to remember everything that I did before if I ever reinstall fish. I want to have all of my settings in a file, which is why I hate like global settings that you just type in your shell. What I want to do instead is have them all here, and like here we go. But okay, I'm redefining it. I hope there's a way to like not do that, I guess. Huh. I've heard in the docs that you're supposed to putting stuff in different files, and I would rather not do that because it makes it more difficult to manage my dot files. So I would like it to be in one file, if possible. Like, if that doesn't make a speed difference, then yeah. Yeah, I know, but do I have to use it? Like, I want it to be in one file so it's easier to manage. Alright. Didn't expect myself to be streaming for another 30 minutes, but I guess I will, because This is personal now. Personal against fish. Okay. So I'll leave it at that for now. Come back to Z Shell and work on something else while we're waiting for Misha. So what can I even do? Rewrite Kiko Getter into a single-use class. Oh, by the way, I recorded 2 videos today. Hold up. I recorded 2 videos today. Oh, we can just like talk. So, anyone else who's in the chat, you want to talk? I recorded 2 videos today, and I actually tried out editing them. Imagine, like, me and editing? Crazy. I reinstalled DaVinci Resolve, and yeah, also crazy that I didn't do it in FFmpeg. So, yeah. The next video that is going to come out, I think, on the 18th, is edited, but the one after it, that's going to come out on the 21st, that is an even better video, because I figured out how to approach making videos with the intent of editing them after. So I think that video is going to be even better. And from now on, I think I'm going to be releasing a video every 3 days at 5 p.m. my time. I guess you'll figure out what that means. I think my time is UTC +8. So yeah, 5 p.m. my time. And they're going to be edited. This is cool because it will allow me to approach making more difficult videos easier, because I don't have to immediately record everything perfectly. I help people to get to work and did some incident documentation and set up an Excel for a future exercise. God damn it. Fucking 1 hour. But I hope like they're paying you overtime, maybe. And as far as I understand, overtime, they pay you more for overtime hours. But good job otherwise. True. You can burn out pretty quickly. Oh, it works like that. That's cool. That's very cool. Huh. I don't work yet, like I don't have a job yet. And all this information about how jobs work overall is actually interesting. Because I'm going to work eventually. Yeah. But fuck, like I hope I'm just misunderstanding the fish thing so badly that it's like incredibly awful. However, I would like to argue that shouldn't they make it more obvious not to do this? But whatever. Maybe I understand it very badly, and once I make it correctly, it's going to be much, much better than Z Shell. That's the ideal situation. I have doubts about that. Oh. Oh, I see. Working from home is amazing. I don't want to go outside ever. Oh, I'm not in university. I left uni like almost a year ago, or maybe like exactly a year ago. I think this can be public enough. Where did I leave? I guess I didn't type that out as a date, as an important date, but yeah. Around a year ago, I left uni and started programming, like full-time, just learning how to program and all that. And at October or September, I started going through a online course on C# So I'm still doing that. Yeah. Now I'm at the stage where I'm learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. One thing that I can say is that JavaScript is like, goddamn, it's a clusterfuck of a language. But kinda in a fun way. You can throw whatever at JavaScript and it will be like, okay. You can't do that in C#. I still do like C# more, I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, once I like finish the course, or rather as I'm doing the course and coming to an end of the course, I'm gonna be looking for the job and software development and start working. Fish is confusing. Well, I guess Z-shell is far more confusing. It's just that it already has tools that figure out everything for you, and then not much is everything else is left for you to just configure, and it's a bit easier, especially since you can search for stuff a bit easier for Z-shell than fish. The documentation for fish is better because I don't even know if the documentation for Z-shell exists, which is like not a good sign. But yeah, I wonder. I have stashes. Like, that's pretty fast, and it's true that it took quite a long time to load how many stashes I have, but all the other prompt loaded immediately, and I don't necessarily have to wait for this to finish, like, and I usually don't. And then also, like, the brackets that I don't want. So far I'm like sussed out about fish. I'm not sure what to do, like how to fill time until Misha comes. So I might actually end stream before that point. And you know what? Yeah, I actually will. I want to eat, and I'm gonna go to sleep soon, and I burnt out on fish. So maybe, if not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I'll like reapproach it with the help of Misha to do it correctly, to give it like the proper full chance that it deserves. And if it loses, then I officially won. Like, Z-shell will officially be better than fish. But yeah, I hope it's just me that's stupid and not fish being this bad while being praised by seemingly everyone. So, I'm ending stream right now. You too, goodbye. Yeah, I had fun. Configuring fish is fun, but some things are, at the very least, hard to figure out. When in Z-shell, the overall experience of configuring your shell is not as fun, but it's far easier to figure out the more difficult things. That's my current state of mind. So yeah, see you in a later stream. Goodbye.